Hello everyone and welcome back to Brink of Speed. Today I am super excited to show you 5 things, well actually double that. It's 10 things about my 2023 Camaro SS1LE that are better than my 2023 Stingray with the 3LT package. So ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be a different type of video because normally that Stingray would be the star of the show and always usually is, but not today. Today, the Camaro SS1LE is gonna be the star of the show. In fact, let's get rid of this for right now. Ah, there we go. All right, I'm back. So, that's just how it is, ladies and gentlemen. Today, the Camaro is the winner and I'm about to show you why. Real quick though, before we get into the video, do me a huge favor and smash that thumbs up button. I know my thumbs up squad's already done so. And hopefully you're new to the channel because you like Camaro content or Corvette content. Either way, thank you for hitting that play button and joining us today. And if you're new, do me another huge favor and smash that red subscribe button and the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. All right. Let's get started. All right, so real quick before we get started on showing you everything, let me just educate you on these 2 builds. So this is a $96,000 build. It is a 3LT convertible Corvette with quite a few options. This, on the other hand, is a fully loaded 2023 SS1LE. And this thing was $55,000 and some change. So you would think that this being $40,000 more would be the winner, but this today is our winner. And it starts right here with the door sill. Now you might think that's kind of cool. It says Stingray right there, and it is a nice 2-tone color. However, the door sill in this Camaro is much nicer. So this thing might not look a huge amount different. However, at night, this lights up and it glows and it's absolutely beautiful. So that's number 1. Now this one, you're really gonna think I'm nitpicking, but you're gonna understand why I'm telling you this here in a second. So these radio controls, you've got the volume up and down and then the channel up and down, okay? They're nice on this side, but check out the back side. Now you guys can see the little imprints that are on the back of these toggles, and it's like this on both sides. Now again, this is not me complaining, this is just me telling you from a feeling standpoint. On the front of these, they feel great. On the back side though, they feel very cheap and not good at all. But let's check out the Camaro. So as you can see, they look almost identical on the front. They're a little bigger though. On the back, they are completely different. These have a little dot right here sticking out for up and then an indentation here for down, but they're super smooth and they feel just as good on the back side as they do on the front. And I think that is just very interesting that they made the Corvettes feel cheap and these feel a lot nicer. All right, back over here in the Corvette. So there is nowhere in this interior of this Corvette that lights up at night. Besides obviously the infotainment center and then this front screen and then obviously your buttons and things. But There is no illuminated lighting anywhere on the doors or on the dash or even around the infotainment center. Nothing like that on the doors. Come over here to the Camaro, and it's all on the side of the door here, on the side of this door here. Obviously, you guys saw that lights up as well, and it lights up all on the top of the infotainment center, and then it also lights up in the cup holder. So again, come on, Chevy, 96,000, 55,000. Those inside lights really change your mood, set the tone for just a great feeling while you're driving around at night. And I don't see why they didn't put it in the Corvette. Next up, we have the steering wheel. This steering wheel is just a normal leather, and everything over here is just a normal leather, which is fine. When you come over here to the Camaro, it's a different story. You've got suede on the steering wheel, and you've got suede on the gear shifter. And it's very smooth and beautiful, and I love every bit of it. Now, sticking with that same type of concept, these seats are absolutely beautiful as well. And I didn't say this in my last point, but you could buy a suede steering wheel and you could buy the interior suede package, but it's quite pricey. You could buy suede inserts for your seats, but then again, it's quite pricey. And again, like I said, these seats are really, really nice. However, when you come over to the Camaro, these came with the 1LE package. So you've got suede inserts automatically on the seats, and these are super soft, super comfortable. It's even on the headrest. And it just makes the driving environment, riding environment so much nicer with the suede all over the seats. And I race this, as you know, and it keeps you planted in the seat better than without the suede. Next up, we have driving conditions in both of these cars. So, as you know, in the C8, you will have something happen if you just pull the drive button and start driving and you're cruising. It will go into V4, which is deactivation mode, and it really puts a strain on that engine. You know, I hate it. I drive this in manual mode so that it never goes into cylinder deactivation mode. However, with the Camaro SS, there is no cylinder deactivation mode. So that's another thing that I absolutely think is much better about the Camaro over the Stingray. Now, you would think, looking at the two cars, man, this one looks low to the ground. It looks like a sleek, just handling monster. It's a mid-engine. You know, everything about that car just screams, I do well on the track. And then you come over here to this Camaro, and it's big, it looks bulky, it looks heavier. Everything about this car screams, I can probably go straight really fast, but when it comes to a corner, not so much. However, that is 100% incorrect. This car actually corners better than that car. And even if that was a Z51 package, it would probably be closer to that, but I've driven the Z51 package a few times now around road courses, and I would actually rather be in that car around a road course than a Z51 C8. So up next, we have the exhaust. This is the stock black tip MPP exhaust on my Corvette, and this is the stock normal polished tips on the back of my Camaro. Now, if you just take a look at the two cars, you would think that they probably would sound very similar. However, that isn't the case at all. This car sounds really good, but when you're driving, the whole experience you get with the exhaust, this car blows that car away with the exhaust sound. Every single person that's ridden in both cars says, hands down, the Camaro sounds better, and I agree with them. It does, not only because it snap, crackles, and pops like crazy when you let off the accelerator, but also just the aggressive, vile, and phenomenal sound that you get out of that Camaro's exhaust. GM did a fantastic job of tuning that exhaust to sound the way that it does, and it blows the Corvette exhaust away. See what I mean? All right, so I saved the best for last, but we have one more to show you before the very last thing. Those are your only 2 seats in this car. There is no back seat, which is fine. That's great. This is a supercar, but even if you only consider it a sports car, I think even sports cars should only have 2 seats. This is a muscle car, totally different. So I'm not comparing the two as far as that goes. What I am saying is you can have all of this fun in this car while being able to kind of utilize the back seat here. Now, if somebody has their chair all the way back driving, you're not going to even get a small kid in there. But if they pull their seat up just a little bit, you can get about that much space. As you can see, there's a little tiny space there for legs. That is number 9. All right, and for the final 10th reason that this car is not as good as the Camaro are because of these right here. These paddle shifters and that dual clutch transmission right there. Now let's look at the Camaro. Look at that. A 6-speed manual transmission. Now that's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Save the manuals. Now don't get me wrong. I absolutely love the dual clutch transmission that's in that Corvette. It is absolutely flawlessly phenomenal. It shifts so lightning fast. However, it still takes a little bit of the fun, or one could argue a lot of the fun, out of driving the car. And while I could probably spend hours telling you why the Corvette is still better than that Camaro, today I'm not going to do that. So if you are a die-hard Corvette fan, let me know in the comments what you think about my 10 reasons. And if you are a die-hard Camaro fan, do the exact same. And be honest, folks. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I've said and why you agree or disagree. I'd love to hear it. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope each and every one of you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. I hope we had some fun today. And ladies and gentlemen, you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.